Well, shalom everyone. It's been a rough week for Hezbollah. Following the Pagers attack on Friday, the chief of staff of Hezbollah was gathering his, quote, military parliament to plan out a 7th of October style attack on Israel. They were gathered underground, several stories underground, and the Israeli Air Force struck them and destroyed all of them. Just to remind you, all those that were killed were terrorists with blood of innocent people on their hands. These preemptive strikes have continued through the weekend and today all over Lebanon, and the goal of those is reducing the number of rocket launchers. Those rockets are, many thousands of them, are aiming towards not just the north of Israel, but also central Israel. President Herzog said the following thing about the bombing of Hezbollah leaders. All of these leaders came together in order to launch the same horrific, horrendous attack that we had on October 7th by Hamas. Burning Israelis, butchering them, raping our women, abducting and taking hostage people and little babies. This is exactly the same plan they have been planning for years under the plans of the empire of evil of Iran. Over the weekend and today, Monday, we have seen hundreds of rockets shot at Israel all the way to Haifa, the main city in the north of Israel. There were several homes that were hit directly and several civilians that were wounded. This would have been much, much worse had the Israeli Air Force not bombarded deep in southern Lebanon many other rocket launchers, destroying thousands of rockets ready to be launched over at Israel. There are still over 100,000 Israelis that have been evacuated from their homes for over a year. There's a lot of suffering not only in Israel, but now also in Lebanon. The IDF is trying very hard to be very, very careful not to harm Lebanese civilians. But it's very, very, very difficult, and there's a lot of suffering. There's many also in southern Lebanon that are moving north because of Hezbollah. We would ask you to pray for a blanket of protection over Israel. There are many, many, many people, civilians, that are hit by those rockets. Many of us have family members, many of our staff, and many of our students are called back to active reserve duty. Many of us have families. Some of our staff are living in the north. There are many, many congregations and churches in the north of Israel. We ask you for your prayers. He who watches over Israel does not slumber nor sleep. Thank you and shalom.